Hello friends, and welcome to another journal vlog where I show you all the journaling that I do as well as some of the other things I get up to in my life. So if you're somebody that likes watching journal with me's, then there is plenty of that in this video. So if you are new here, then welcome in. My name is Lizzie, and if you enjoy, you should definitely consider subscribing. And if you are not new here, then welcome back. I'm so glad that you have joined me again in another journaling session. As always, I would love to know what you are doing whilst watching, whether that's journaling, crafting, or if you're cozying up with your cat somewhere. I just like to know what people are doing, basically, mainly because I am just a nosy person. So the first journal spread that we are getting into today is kind of a memory keeping one, because I went with my brother and my best friend to a gig, and it was a artist that I didn't actually listen to. I basically bought the tickets for my brother for Christmas because he is studying music at like quite a fancy university, and he has said to me that he never has been to see a concert or an artist that he wants to see, which to me just kind of blew my mind, because he is always at concerts, always watching orchestras, things like that, and also of course performing himself. But he said that he has never been to see an artist that he has actually bought tickets for. So I figured I would buy him some tickets to see an artist called Green Tea Peng, and we basically went. My best friend came too, and it was just a really fun time. It was really nice just to all hang out together, and the gig was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, even though it wasn't somebody that I listened to, but now I do listen to them. So it was a really interesting experience to kind of watch somebody that I knew not much about. So I feel like I will be more open to doing that in the future, just going along to gigs or concerts of artists that I don't know of, because it might be a really good way to find new artists. And as well, it was just a fun time, a nice experience to just go and enjoy some live music. So for the spread, I went with a lot of green because, as I said, the artist was called Green Tea Peng, so it just made sense to make a really green spread. The paper is from Stationery green, and it's just a really nice, like kind of like lime-y green colour. And then I also had some of these stickers which had pictures of green tea on them, so it seemed very fitting to add them into the spread. And I also used my new photo printer to put on the pictures that we took whilst we were there. And I decided to do like a little collage of them into one picture instead of printing out multiple pictures. I also used these letter stickers as well for the title, because I had them in lots of different shades of green. And then I'm also using these like natural stickers just to add a little bit more decoration around the edge of the spread. The washi tape in the bottom left hand corner of like the green flowers and all of the green details from the pet tape that I used, they are all from Journal Say, and I do have an affiliate code which I will link down below, and I will try and link any products that I use as well. So if there's anything that you want to get, then you can use all the information in the description to get them. I usually stick down all my pictures with double-sided sticky tape because it's just a lot stronger than using glue, and obviously I want everything in my journal to last a long time and kind of stand the test of time, so in the future I can look back on everything and it will all still be in a relatively good condition. I've been trying recently to go to a lot more gigs, because I used to go and see like music artists all the time when I was younger, and then I just kind of like stopped doing it, mainly because I guess my anxious self got the better of me. But then when I went to the Eras tour, that was obviously like a big concert to go to, and we obviously had to travel on the tube and go around London because I went to see it at Wembley Stadium. So that was kind of like a jump all in situation, and I guess it kind of opened my eyes to the fact that actually I can survive concerts. And then last year I went to one with my best friend as well and had a ton of fun. So I've just been trying to kind of keep an eye out for any artists that I want to see so that I can just go and enjoy those experiences instead of staying at home because I'm scared to go out. So yeah, it was just really fun to just kind of push myself, especially because it was someone that I didn't necessarily want to see, but I'm very glad that I did go, and I feel like now I'm a lot more confident and I can go and watch more people. So are there any concerts that you've been to recently, or artists that you've seen, or maybe artists that you really want to see? I'd love to know. Maybe we can have a chat about it in the comments. But this spread came out super cute, and I feel like it's very green, which just reflects the whole vibe of the artist. So my new stickers have just arrived. Sorry if my face is a bit red, I've just come back off a run, so I did quickly get changed. But yeah, here's the new stickers. So the first one is a transparent sticker, and it says, "In my journal era," with a big stack of journals, which makes sense. And I love this sticker, so I might put it on my water bottle, but I don't really have space in my water bottle. But yeah, that one's really cute. I'm also going to put one in my journal. And then I did my first like pen pal themed one, which says "Send more mail," and this is a like glossy vinyl one. I did put a poll out as to which colour to go for, because I did have a red and pink one, and they were both pretty equal, so I just chose my favourite, which was the green and pink, because I love green and pink together. So whenever I do my next shop update, these will be available on my Etsy, so I hope you like them. And if you're new here, then this is my current design that I have in the shop, and this one is also transparent, and it says "Journal Girly." This one is currently on my water bottle and in many of my journals, so yeah. Our next journal spread is going to be all about a little dinner date that I had with my partner, because there was this place that we had just opened basically in the village that we live in, and we'd been wanting to try it out, so we decided to go after work one day, and it was actually a very belated birthday treat, not for me but for my partner, even though his birthday is in September. But basically when it was his birthday, I was really ill. I literally didn't get out of bed for like a week, so it just meant that I couldn't go to his birthday meal. He still went and stuff, but with his family, and then it meant that around that time I was still ill, or we were just really busy and we kind of just forgot about going. And we always usually tend to treat each other to a nice meal out around our birthday, so I eventually finally owed him back for that meal, even though it was a good 6 months late. So yeah, it was my treat, and we basically had burgers. They were really good. I'm not usually like a huge burger person. I don't tend to like to have like a ton of toppings on my food, and I'm also a bit fussy with like things as in like how you eat them. I know that sounds really weird, but like I guess, I don't know, like if something is like difficult to eat, then I honestly just would rather not eat it because I cannot be bothered. I guess that makes me lazy, I don't know, but yeah, this was a very messy burger, so I did end up going in with the knife and fork after a little bit, but the food was actually really good, and I will say it was not cheap, but I would go back again because the food was really tasty. And it wasn't too busy because we went after work, so it was just kind of like a nice little date to have after we'd had a busy day at work all day. So I'm only doing a single spread for this because I didn't have a ton of things that I wanted to write about the meal, and I'm just adding some neutral decorations around the edge. I found these washi tapes in the back of one of my drawers that I had forgotten I owned, which tends to be something that I do a lot. So I finally used these like film washi tapes, and I feel like I'm definitely going to use these a lot more. I also kind of went into my stash of old sticker sheets that maybe I'd forgotten about, and I found this like half-used one from Starjoy Studio that I bought maybe like 2 years ago. So I figured I would also use these stickers on the spread to just add a little bit more to it, and also of course use up the actual sticker sheet. You've probably seen me use these before if you are used to watching my channel. I'm obsessed with these gold letters. I just feel like they fit perfectly in the size of my journal, and these are also from Journal Say. I got them in like a capital letter version and a lowercase, and I just think that they look really cute, and I do obviously kind of love a bit of gold foiling, so they were very nice to add to the top of the spread. And then I just went ahead and started on all of my written journaling to document it. After I had finished the spread, I also decided to go ahead and journal on the other side. I do try and tend to kind of match the aesthetics a little bit, but I guess this time I didn't do that at all. And I still think that it worked like really well at the end together. It wasn't like, they weren't like clashing. So I feel like I can experiment a bit more with the separate spreads, and they don't need to be like completely cohesive. But basically I got this surprise from my pen pal because she very kindly basically purchased some things from an Etsy shop and then gifted them to me. So they came straight to me from the Etsy shop, and she gave them some information to write down so that they could add a little cute note to it. So I just really wanted to kind of document that in my journal and keep it in there just as like a future memory, and it's just nice to kind of remember nice things that your friends have done for you. So I'm very grateful to have her as my friend. So thank you, Inda, because I know you'll be watching. And I will show you in a little bit all of the goodies that she sent me, because she sent me a ton of really cute like reading, bookish themed stickers. There's also some cute washi tape too. So because the note was pink and I also had this like pink scrap paper left over, I figured that I would just kind of use that as the backdrop and have the note as the main focus of the spread. Another one of my pen pals also sent me this really cute cherry blossom washi tape from Notebook Therapy, so I added that at the bottom, and then used some of these like pen pal themed stickers, just kind of add some more around the spread. As I said, I didn't like have a ton to put on it. The main focus was the cute note, so I only needed a little bit of space to write, which is why I ended up using this small memo at the top, because it just gives me a little bit of white to do a little bit of written journaling, whilst I can also add plenty of decoration on the spread. And it also gave me an opportunity to use up even more sticker sheets, so I'm trying to use up a lot of the stationery that I already have, and so far it is going well. I have been getting through quite a few things, and then I'm also using this like black brush pen, which is also from Journal Say, just to write what this is and kind of like why it's in my journal. Do you ever keep like cute notes and things like that in your journal? I feel like it's just something really nice to add in there. It's like a really nice personal thing that maybe you would usually throw away or just shove in a drawer and kind of forget about. So next up we have a really fun stationery haul, and if you watch my channel a lot you've probably seen this artist before. You've probably seen me use her stickers because I always buy from her updates because I just love her art style, and I like the variety of sticker sheets and like single stickers that she uses, and I tend to use them a lot on the covers of my journal as well. And I do have obviously a little folder where I kind of store them all together just because I do have so much of her collection. But this time I got this really beautiful washi tape. She did also have them in different colours, but I decided to just go for one this time to think about what I actually needed in my collection rather than just grabbing all the things that I really wanted. And this is from the artist Maragona Suli Art. But if you are in the pen pal and journal world, then this probably is not a new artist for you. So I got the little rabbit sticker, which was a freebie, and then she also sends these little paper versions too, which have like kind of a selection of stickers on them. And then I decided to just get a few of the vinyl stickers because they're really great for reading spreads, and they're also really good for sticking on your journals. So these ones I will probably end up using a lot over Halloween and October autumn time, just to go for like a witchy celestial theme. And they had these like really cute gold foil stickers too, and I thought they were so cute. And as you know, I love adding a bit of gold detailing to anything that I create, so they were perfect. And then she also had these cute little mini stickers which I thought would look really cute in my hobonichi. And if you've not heard of my art challenge in October, I have Meltober, and it's a daily art challenge that lasts throughout the whole month, but you don't have to join in on every day. You can kind of just dip in and out of it as you please. So a lot of these stickers have maybe inspired some prompts. Sometimes I kind of use the stationery that I already have or things I've come across, and then those kind of inspire my prompts, because then that way I know that I can use those goodies for that specific day. So yeah, if you are new and have not heard of Mailtober before, it's a whole ton of fun and loads of people join in. We have kind of like quite a big community that always get involved, and it is maybe my favorite time of the year because of that. So I always feel extremely inspired and creative. So if you do want to get involved in that, then you can follow me on Instagram, and you can also see all the previous prompts in the past and everything that we've done before. So next up, we are going to do a little pen pal with me. Now, this is not actually for one of my pen pals. This is for somebody that placed an order on my Etsy shop, because I do have an option where you can pay a bit extra and I will basically send your order in like a decorated envelope. So it's kind of like I'm making a pen pal letter, but it's for you and it's for your order. So I decided to get this pink envelope and then use lots of really cute kind of like spring decorations, including this washi tape from the washi tape shop, which you saw me use earlier in the video. I just felt like it would be really great just to layer up in the collage, and it gives a lot of different patterns and textures so that I'm not just using plain white decorations. This letter is for Nina, so thank you so much for your order, Nina. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the decorated letter, and I guess now you get to see how I decorated it as well. This is the washi from the Spring Oasis set, which was also one of the washi tape that I unboxed. And if you do want to see all of them in the collection and everything that I got, because I ended up getting like $100 worth of washi tape. Then I have a whole video of it on my channel which you can watch and see everything that they have to offer. I really like the variety in sizes on these little snippets because I'm just kind of using them all over the envelope, and it kind of stops me from having to decide what actual washi tapes to use, because I can just grab this one washi tape and it gives me a ton of different options. So I just went ahead and laid them all up, and I'm actually really happy with how this turned out, and I hope Nina likes it as well. I've used this really cute like spring cottagecore girl, which just makes the whole envelope feel very floral pink, and I guess it kind of matches the season as well. I'm also hand lettering her name too, just to make it more personal, and add the purple lettering onto the letter to match with the pink envelope as the background. I always stick them, well, I always write on top of sticker paper so that it's just really easy for me to stick it down, and then I know that none of the corners of the lettering are kind of going to come away when they go in transport. They also ordered this really cute journal charm, and I am now nearly out of journal charms, so I will be making some more in the future, ready for a new shop update. And then these are the stickers that she bought. These are the magical girls, which are very like magical and autumnal. I really like the mushroom girl, I think she's so cute. And then these are just a selection of sticker sheets that she purchased from me. And then I also like to try and add some freebies into every order, whether that's things that I have left over from like Patreon rewards, or maybe things have gone wrong and I send like oopsie sheets. So sometimes you might get different things, but wherever possible, I always try and add one of these bookmarks if it fits into the envelope. Our next journal spread is going to be a reading spread, which I always just have the most fun creating because I always try my very best to match the spread to the book, whether that's the book cover or the plot. And this book is Heavenly Bodies, which is a fantasy. It's a very like celestial one. And I know a lot of people have read this, so it had been on my TBR for quite a while, but I finally got around to reading it, and I also printed out the little book cover too, just to add onto the spread. I knew that this new washi tape as well would be perfect for this spread, so I'm very excited to be using it. The actual story was so much fun. I felt like it was just like a classic, really fun fantasy to read. It had a great plot. The characters I really enjoyed. There was like a enemies to lovers situation, which you know is my favorite kind of trope. And there was just a lot going on in this book, okay? There's a lot of plot twists and I had so much fun reading it. The only thing is that it's actually meant to be part of a trilogy, and when this book ended, I decided that I wasn't going to read book 2 straight away, and then I went and kind of looked on Goodreads to kind of see what people thought of book 2, and it didn't have very good reviews. So I don't know what to do, because obviously I want to carry on the story, but I also know that it's going to be 3 books, but there is no like date as to when the 3rd book is coming out. I don't even know if it's been written. It's been like a while that people have been waiting for it, so people are saying that maybe it's not going to be written. So I'm not really sure what to do, because I really enjoyed this book, like loved this book. So I don't want to read book 2 and be disappointed, and I also don't want to read book 2 and then have to wait like forever for the 3rd one. So if you have read this series, then please let me know in the comments if you think I should read book 2 or not. But yeah, there was a lot of like yearning and tension, and I just really liked it. Like it had me just, I don't know, I love like a classic tropey fantasy, and this had tropes, but it also had some things different to other books. And I think because the setting was very like celestial, it was a lot of fun to read. So for the spread, I wanted to obviously reflect that, and I had this washi tape from Journal Say that I got specifically for this spread because I knew that at some point in the future I would be reading this book, and I had obviously seen the front cover and thought that it matched pretty perfectly, so I knew that I would definitely use it again in the future. And I will say I'm very happy with it. I like how there are like really big pieces that you can use, and it just takes up a chunk of the spread without having to think too hard about how you're going to organize it. So yeah, these washi tapes were perfect for the spread, and I feel like they match the book cover very, very well. I really enjoyed the characters in this story as well. I love like a classic like male main character from a fantasy story. I don't know how to describe it, but if you've read fantasy, then you know what they're like. I guess very arrogant but funny, and yeah, this was a fun time to read, so I really enjoyed it. And I guess I am a bit sad that basically I either have to stop reading the series or I'll be disappointed on the next book. But I also find that sometimes when I read Goodread reviews, I'm like, what are these people talking about? But that is just kind of the beauty of reading, I guess, is that everybody experiences books differently, and I don't think about books like too critically, which is why I don't actually rate books on my Goodreads and I don't write reviews, because I don't think about them like in regards to like the writing or if it's done well. I don't think I would even know if the writing was done well. I just have a fun time reading it, or I don't have a fun time reading it, and this book I had very much a fun time reading it. So when I come to do my writing on the spread, I do tend to look back on Goodreads just to remind myself of things from the plots, any quotes I want to add in, and honestly sometimes I forget the characters' names, so I have to go back so I know what I'm writing about when I kind of write my thoughts and my review on the book. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing all this journaling, and I hope you had fun joining me today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm always so grateful, and I hope you guys can join me on the next one. If you have made it this far, then definitely let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one.